Hey everybody, it's Bree. Thanks for taking some time to hang out with me for a little bit on my channel, Garden Variety DIY. I thought it would be a good opportunity to take to just explain what my, channel's about and who I am and why I decided to do this in the first place. So, for anybody that doesn't know, Garden Variety is just like a term used for commonplace, average, normal, and I figured that would be a great name for my channel because that's exactly what I am. I'm just a normal mom and wife, and I just decided that I wanted to start doing a lot of the projects that we had to pay people for, and it's about taking you on my journey. And I wish I had videotaped me redoing my countertops and my cabinets, but on that video, you'll see a lot of me just babbling in the background while I'm painting or priming and stuff. And I wanted to share with you what I was talking about. And that was just kind of like my background. And so basically, Garden Variety DIY is about being average and having no background in tools and being handy and just giving it a shot, learning how to do it from watching other YouTube videos. And when I do, I'll link them below. So to give credit, obviously, and to show you that watching other people do it and reading about it and looking at things online will teach you a lot, and talking to people around you that you can do so much with just a little bit of skill, a little bit of patience, and a little bit of knowledge. And that's what we're gonna do here. Bougie-Country is something I've called myself for a very long time. What does that mean? Essentially, it's what makes me me. The bougie side is just kind of where I came from. I come from Columbia, Maryland, and when I was growing up, it was a really awesome place to live, and you had anything you ever wanted, and it was near a lot. In Maryland, you can go west towards the mountains, you can go east towards the beaches, you can go north towards the cities, or south towards the country. And I love all of those things. But in Columbia, it's very suburban and pretty middle class. And I had a great childhood. I played every sport you ever thought of. I played ice hockey for a while, and my main thing was horseback riding. I was a hunter jumper and an eventer, and I love horses. I'm obsessed with them. I'm still obsessed with them. I think my daughter got that gene, which I'm not upset about at all. The things I like are sparkly and shiny and pretty and nice. And that's all from my mom's side. She's from Staten Island. She's definitely a city girl through and through. She doesn't like animals. She doesn't want to be outside. She doesn't want dirt. Well, that's not true. She does like to be outside, but she likes to sunbathe, but she doesn't want to go hiking or any of the stuff that I like to do. But my countryside comes from my dad. He's from a little town called Greenville, North Carolina. And I spent a lot of my summers, a lot of my school breaks down there on our farm. We have about 44 acres down there, distributed between like my cousins and stuff. We have, I don't know, I think close to 100, but we don't like have access to that. But in our, my grandparents, own the land, and it trickled down to my aunt and my dad. And one day it'll be mine, and then one day it'll be my kids. But I loved being out there riding tractors, chasing chickens, collecting eggs, mucking out horse stalls, playing with the goats, shooting guns, all that stuff. And that's where I kind of get my countryside from. Every summer we went somewhere in Canada, usually Canada, and we would hike. We just went to Canada to hike. I remember a border patrol officer stopping us and like, so what were you guys doing in Canada? And my aunt was like, hiking, bird watching mostly. And he just stared at us and he was like, you came all the way to Canada to do that? And I looked around, I was like, isn't that normal? Because I just always grew up doing it. I mean, I was 8, I think, and we went on a Llama Trek, it was like 20 plus miles in West Virginia. And it was amazing. You know, it was in a bear country. I don't know, not a bear country. It was in bear country. I don't know why you would take an 8-year-old hiking with a llama in bear country, but they did, and I'm so glad they did because it was amazing. We slept in tents and bathed in the river with biodegradable soap and, you know, just hiked and climbed mountains. I climbed so many mountains with my dad. My aunt was always yelling at us because we were just off on our own little adventure. And, you know, I had an amazing childhood, and now that I'm an adult, I would love for my kids to experience that. That's one of the reasons I got into gardening, and one of the reasons that my husband and I are in the process right now of buying land out where we are now. It's so important to get that balance in life, you know, I think it helps you become more well-rounded. You can relate to a lot more people when I don't know, I guess you delve into multiple facets of lifestyles. You can get down and dirty, and then you can get dressed up and go out. And, you know, it just makes life a lot more fun when you can be more versatile and get more, I guess, I don't know, get into more things, be open-minded to different experiences that you otherwise wouldn't have had. And I think just giving kids the opportunity to try something is really important, because that's how you find out who they are. That's what my parents did with me. If I wanted to try a sport and I talked about it enough and they could tell that I wasn't going to let it go, you know, they let me do it. That's how I got into ice hockey and lacrosse and field hockey. Soccer I picked up, and soccer was my main sport, along with horseback riding, until I got into track. And once I got into track, that became my main sport. And I did that all the way up through college until I got burnt out, but that's a story for another time. But yeah, so Bougie-Country, I just wanted to explain because you'll probably hear me talk about it a lot, and you'll probably see me in videos looking bougie and doing country stuff, or vice versa. You know, it's just a part of the package. And here at Garden Variety DIY, that's what it's all about, just being yourself and not putting limits on yourself, you know. And that's a big reason why I'm really excited about these DIY projects, because it's opening up new doors and it's eliminating limits that I had put on myself, and not wanting to do things or not liking to do things. And now it's like, well, if all these other people are doing it, you can too. So go get the knowledge, get the patience, and give it a shot. You might mess up, but there's always a way to fix it. You just have to figure out how. So thanks for tuning in and hanging out with me, and I hope you guys stick around for the madness that is my Bree DIY channel, and just laugh with me and laugh at me, you know. I can take a joke, and we'll see what we come up with. And I hope that this inspires a lot of you guys to get into it, whether you're just an average mom or you're, you know, a young kid out of college who doesn't think that they can do DIY kind of projects, or, you know, if you're a dad who just hadn't been all that handy before. I just want to be here to show people that we can do it too, you know? So just give it a shot. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks.